To start off, I thought our guys battled. I thought they played hard. We knew that length would be a problem, and ultimately, I think that was the most significant part of the game. There was really nothing else that they did to us other than just being able. We were not able to score around the basket. You have to play through being hit. And I thought that we weren't able to do that tonight. But for the most part, we take the lead in the second half, and that's a tribute to just the sheer effort that the fellas were making. Defensively, the things that we did defensively. Williams is a great player. 16 and 6 tonight. We did the job we needed to do on him. But when it's all said and done, I think their length is what bothered us most.
Questions?
Coach, you had a poor shooting game, but in the first half you were able to make a run, and it was closer than it was throughout most of the first half. The second half, you guys blitzed them, went up by 3, and then it just kind of seemed to fall apart. What happened? What happened there?
Well, you have to win tough games in order to learn how to win tough games. And tonight, I thought when the game was on the line, we didn't do the tough plays. We didn't make the tough plays, the physical plays that needed to be made. I haven't seen this many times that how many 3-point plays did they get? That's not being tough. Slapping at a guy, not fouling hard. Though you don't let a guy get a 3-point play. If you're gonna foul, foul. You don't foul to hurt anybody, but you foul to make them not make the basket. And I think they got 4 at least, around the basket and taking it to the basket. When we took the lead, I think we just had a few breakdowns defensively. Williams caught the ball 2 or 3 times in a row. We doubled him one time. We split the double team in a crucial moment of the game. And that's just being tough. So to answer your question, we just did not do the tough things or the physical things to sustain it. But the effort was phenomenal. I have no qualms whatsoever about the effort and the type of shots that we got. And if you look at the reason, we probably missed, I bet we missed 20 shots within 3 feet of the rim. You can't win a game when you shoot 37% from the field. It's tough to do. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Do you think the shooting percentage was just kind of like not your night, or was it their defense or something else that?
No, you got to play through contact. And yeah, they're longer than us. They got length, so they're challenging shots, but you got to play through it. And that really is the bottom line. That we got enough shots up. I mean, we got 54 shots. They got 54 shots. We went to the line 32 times. So there was nothing wrong with that aspect of the game. It's just simply finishing around the basket, 20+ shots probably within 3 feet of the rim. And when you do that, and quite a few of them, could they have been called fouls? Maybe. I thought the referees did a great job. It was a very difficult game to ref.
What message did you send the team at halftime that you think might have helped them get off to that great start?
I just talked to them about turning it up. I talked to them about you guys that have played a pretty good first half. If you want to win the game, you got to turn it up. You got to turn it up. You got to be able to take where you are right now and take it higher. If you can do that, we can win the game. But again, we have such a short bench. These 2 guys play an enormous amount of minutes, and I know that sometimes they make mistakes a lot of times because they're tired. But this is a great group of guys to coach. One of the best group of guys I've ever been around coaching guys. I love coaching these guys.
Al?
Coach, you had mentioned several times in the past in regards to the 30-minute limit. You really like to have these guys play 30 minutes or less. And of course, now conference is here, and 40 minutes the other night for Green, 39 tonight. And Is there any thought that maybe as the second half of conference rolls around that at some point you're going to be maybe forced to use some more guys to spare some minutes for the starters?
You know, right now we're 2-2. Guys are playing pretty good. I mean, they're young. We only play 2 games a week. It's not like we're playing 3 or 4 or 5 games a week. 2 games a week. You know, yeah, they could use a break, but we got 9 scholarship players. You know, out of the 9 scholarship players, we probably played 8 tonight. So, you know, it really does. It's hard to do that and say that's what I'm going to do to give these guys a blow. That's really difficult to do. The game dictates what you have to do. You know, I try to give a guy a blow early, and I've done that. I've changed it up, give guys a rest early. Or I use all my timeouts and just to try to give guys a rest. But for the most part, you know, they're young. You know, it's a great, for me, you know, I mean, I would love playing. I mean, 38, 39 minutes a game. Are you kidding me? That's what they, I mean, if you ask them, that's what they want to do. But yes, if I had an opportunity to shorten the minutes, I absolutely would. We just don't have don't have enough players.
I agree with you, Coach. I thought after you made the run and took the lead that maybe that the team excelled a little bit defensively. In the first half, you held them to under 40% shooting, and in the second half, you know, maybe fatigue got in and they shot much better. I'm talking about the gauchos.
But what you saw is Williams made, you know, he probably scored 4 maybe out of 8 times, you know, 4 out of 6 times that he got the ball around in those areas, and that really takes the sails out, it takes the wind out of it, you know, because he scores it really easy.
Yeah, I had a question about the defense also. I think Gaucho shot 64%. Was the strategy to double team Al most of the time? And secondly, it seemed the full court press seemed to work.
Yeah.
And you couldn't put it on the whole time. Is it because of the fatigue factor as well?
We don't have enough players to do that constantly, you know. And you know, full court presses are great, but if you know, like I would love to play 40 minutes of pressure basketball. That's the way we play. That's where I play. But you have to have bodies to do that. And you know, I thought we took Williams and made the game tough for him. He's a good player. When you make the game tough for him, and he averages 23 points a game, you hold him 16, I think that's a pretty good job. Now, again, I'm a type of coach, I want to decide where we're going to lose the game from. We were not going to lose this game by Williams having a big night. We chose to come off the point guard. A couple of other guys got shots up, but for the most part, no one on the team had a big night. You know, and that's really the opportunity. We can analyze this frontwards and backwards. When you shoot 37% from the field, and you get 32 free throws, but you shoot 37% from the field, it's going to be a tough night. I changed the defense up a lot. So the defense that we were in, the guys were, you have to be there on the catch. These guys can shoot the ball. But that didn't hurt us in the long run. They got out to a good start, and that happens. But our guys weathered that. They got them off to a good start, but we weathered it, so it's not really a big deal. We changed the defense from one certain type to another, and it seemed to work better. And then that's a field thing. We have to make those adjustments.
Anything else?